40 something, ish, right? And I guess I've just been thinking, what is happiness, right? I don't know. I mean, is it right now? Is it me up at 2 a.m. on a school night because I can't sleep and I don't really want to, but I know that tomorrow I wish I did? Is it the listening to some Foo Fighters, or I mean some rock, some chill rock music, you know what I'm saying? What is it? Is it finding a partner that you love and then spending your life with them? Is it finding a career or a job that you want to do? Is it finding fulfillment, contentment, right? I don't really know. I recently heard a quote. Actual happiness always looks pretty squalid in comparison with the overcompensations for misery. And of course, stability isn't nearly so spectacular as instability. Page 147, A Brave New World. And there's a little bit more to the quote that I didn't put down. But that's what I think matters, right? And I thought about, I think it's pretty much saying that happiness isn't so exciting as we think, right? Which is what I used to think, right? It kind of goes in it's similar to saying that's like contentment or fulfillment, right? Which makes sense, right? Because happiness, we all know that pleasure isn't happiness, right? Hitting some zins or whatever on a Friday night, that's not gonna do anything. A big six you're not gonna be happy. You might get some pleasure, maybe right now me staying up late, because I don't want to sleep, that's pleasure. I think that's, I don't know, doom scrolling, that's pleasure, but it just isn't happiness. But at the same time, happiness has to be something more, right? Because contentment and fulfillment is just, that makes life seem so black and white, so gray, so monotone, boring, but I feel like that's a lot of people's lives, right? Like the midlife crisis is because of things like that, a life that's just led to, you've had that perception of happiness, right? And then one day you realize, I don't think I was correct. Where am I? Am I happy with this? So I think that's what makes some people live by, like, YOLO kind of vibes, right? I'm just gonna live life like I'm gonna die tomorrow. But those people never seem to really have much connection, much personal connection. And they tend to, I feel like, I'm not personally, I don't really know what I am, but I feel like that it's just not, it doesn't seem very favorable either, right? They're happy in the thrill of the moment, but when they're not there, it's not the same, right? They're just looking for it again, looking for another thing like that, right? So if it's not something like contentment and fulfillment, and it's not something like pleasure or thrill of the moment type of thing, what is it? And to be honest, I don't really know. I think it's different for everybody. I think I don't think it's something so cliche as chasing, a lot of people say chasing happiness or whatever, chasing something is what is really what it is. That is the happiness, the journey is what is biased. That seems so uneventful and unfulfilled, because I don't think you can really have happiness if you're not fulfilled. right? And I don't think you can have happiness if you're just bored doing the same monotone thing every day. I truthfully just don't know, you know? It could be taking risks in your life, you know? Or is happiness something like a questioning nature of life, you know? Is me wondering and pondering about things like happiness, is that part of it, you know? Always like searching, not chasing after like the cliche thing, but in a more mental and philosophical sense, like trying to figure out what it is, not so much chasing after it, but trying to figure out what it is. Could that be something? It's just, I don't know, these are the thoughts that I can't really seem to answer. You know, I feel like as humans, we want to be right, we want to know, we're curious, but some things we just can't know. We can't know, you know. And as a Christian, personally, I wonder, you know, is it straight from God or Jesus, right? But why is it that so many, I think that can give you great peace, but is peace happiness? Or is peace peace? Because I think peace is essentially just contentment / fulfillment, right? And, you know, I think that might be the best answer I can come up with, but that puts life through just a scope of the same thing every day, you know, like, oh, I'm happy with what I've done. That's it, you know, like someone like Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is extremely rich. We all know that. He bought Twitter. He's probably got the most packed schedule you can think of, you know, and maybe he'll become a trillionaire. He is, what, like, after buying Twitter, maybe like 200 billion? I'm not sure. A huge amount of money, right? Several lifetimes, and he could live very, very lavishly, right? And who knows, maybe he'll be the first trillionaire. But is he just gonna stop and say, all right, I'm at $1 trillion, now I'm set? You know, no. He's gonna keep working, he's gonna pack his schedule even more. That's because he's not doing it for the money. He's not doing it because he wants more from this world. He's doing it because he's ambitious, you know, he's always looking for more. He doesn't have that contentment, that fulfillment. But I mean, he's got to be happy, right? If he has all that money, all that fame, he can pretty much do whatever he wants. I mean, he bought Twitter, and he controls pretty much the entirety of the U.S.'s social media newsline type of, whatever you want to call it, right? But that's just so money. That I feel like that kind of shows that money is happiness. You know, this is something I very strongly believe in. You know, I talked to my friend in pre-cal today, and he probably won't see this video, so I don't think it matters, but I'm not gonna say his name anyways. But basically, he said, he was talking about how he just really likes teaching, you know? He works at a gymnastics place, and he teaches little kids, and he's always talking about how fun it is and how happy he is to do it, you know? And he's talking about how, so he does debate, he's talking about how he likes teaching other people how to do it, you know? He's probably gonna quit and just teach the people, because he loves teaching. I was like, dude, you should be a teacher, you know? And then he said, no, there's no money in that. He's gonna probably be like an engineer or something. I thought to myself, I was like, yeah, I said money isn't happiness, but I don't know. I mean, because I imagine it through a scope of, he's gonna live a life where he's making money, he's kind of a family man, and he's just chasing after he's kind of an empiricist in that sense, you know? But like, if you ask anyone, like most people, almost anybody would tell you, if you ask them, would you rather have $10 million or three of the most of like loyal friends that you can trust, you can count on no matter what? Almost everyone would say the friends, right? Some people would say the money, you know, but I personally just don't think they've really thought about happiness enough, right? They haven't really experienced enough with it, because, or you could say like a lover, like true love, right? Everyone chooses the friends, so that would mean that money can't be happiness, right? And yet people choose money and, you know, other worldly things or worldly pleasures all the time, every day. It doesn't have to be money, it can be drugs, you know. Pink Floyd, I don't remember his name, but they made the amazing song Wish You Were Here, right? People just, they choose things like that, these worldly pleasures, over what most people would regard as more valuable, not worth money. So based on what's around us and what we see in the world today, I think that we all know what happiness is. You know, we can't really explain it, but it's things, it comes from things that can't be bought, right, or sold, you know. But we don't like that, because those are scary. You know, money is, it's there, you either have it or you don't. You can make it easily, or not easily, but you just got to put in time and effort. However, these other things like love or companionship or friends or family or trust or loyalty, that's scary. You know, you can try as hard as you possibly can, and you might never, ever meet someone that you fully trust or you fully love, or you are sure that they love you. You could never find that, right? And I think that we're just so scared of that because we don't like the unknown. You know, I said before, we want to be right. So I think that we tell ourselves these other things and we just kind of cloud our minds with it. But, you know, I don't really know. I'm 17 and in high school, really confused about what I want to do with my life. Not sleeping, too stressed, you know, I don't know. But that's the best conclusion I have. I'm not really sure. Life is definitely a war, you know, like Pink Floyd said. Walk on, roll in a war, traded for a lead role in a cage. You know, I think that's one of the best verses ever written. Walk on war, walk on in a war. That war being a life. Life is like a war. You know, you're always fighting. However you want to think about it. For a lead role in a cage, you know, that's just, I don't know. Are we even chasing happiness? Is that what we're looking for? Or are we looking for something else? I don't think we'll ever know. I think that's what makes us want it so bad. You know, we want to be right, but in the same way that we're scared of it, you know, we look for these other things. The reason we want it so bad is because we know we can't have it. People love what we can't have. So it's a contradiction or paradox, if I'm using that word right. Meaning that we can't get it. We want it because we can't get it. But we also won't try to get it because we know we can't get it, which would make it non-existent pretty much. I mean, all it does is cause pain or hardship or whatever, because happiness is weird.